Hi, welcome. Happy and Puff, hot chocolate pieces, Pisces. How are you? Oh, I need your phone, please.
Okay.
Welcome. Happy Sunday. Today is AZ-900 for all the. For some reason, I really just like pieces. So sorry. Welcome is the out. Well, this question was from me. Oh, it's for today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from yesterday. Okay.
Today.
Welcome in. All right. I'm sharing the live.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, sure.
It is, Pedro. It is. But if you are willing to learn today, I mean, you're welcome to take a day off, but some people are not. Also, this is my dream to be an influencer, so welcome in. But you could take a day off if you need to. You know, it's free. All right, answers are being given. Query. Okay. You plan to provision infrastructure as a service resources in Azure. Which resource is an example of IaaS? Majority saying D, so majority can't be wrong, but
majority always carries the vote.
Definitely. So is it D? We already went. Oh, are we waiting a little bit? Observers for all. Welcome in. I mean, I think you can give us the answer while others are coming, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Naneo said B. Okay. Welcome in, Naneo. All right, what's the answer, please?
So the answer is B.
B?
I know.
Oh, no.
So it says, you plan to provision infrastructure as a code, IaaS, resources in Azure. Which resource is an example of IaaS, right? And anytime we talk about IaaS, virtual machine should be the first thing that comes to mind. Right?
Okay.
Infrastructure as a service. The web app is platform as a service. The Logic app is also platform as a service.
Good night, BM Puff. What are you studying for? Do tell.
Yeah, and then SQL database is also platform as a service, right? So each time you hear infrastructure, always VM, virtual machine. Right?
Oh, Security Plus. Okay. No problem. If you're around Thursday, if you're not taking it by Thursday, do join us.
How's it going though?
Naneo. It may be easy for you.
I mean, okay. Yeah, easy is relative, right?
Service. I got it wrong. Me too. But, okay. So you said why it wasn't D. William apparently is B.
Yeah. So anytime you hear infrastructure as a code, infrastructure as a service, it's always a virtual machine VM, right?
Okay.
If it were to be AWS, we would say EC2 instance, which is still a virtual machine. Okay. So anytime you hear infrastructure as a code, virtual machine should come in mind, right?
Okay. All right. Well, welcome in. This is Tech Talk Room in Sakurai. Every day of the week is a different certification. Curated for people breaking newly into IT. You're going to the next question, right?
Yeah.
Curated for people breaking newly into IT. The idea is that if you're already in IT and plan on taking a certification, the idea is that you come on here, get it wrong so you can get it right on the exam, right? In the event that you're planning on taking a certification, do participate, right? There's no such thing as a dumb answer or a dumb question. Or actually, no, the answer could be wrong, but it's not dumb. But there's no such thing as a dumb question either, because I will ask the dumb questions for you. The people in the chat range from people that are been in the business for 10, 15, 20 plus years. So, they're pretty useful and helpful people. This is Raymond. I'm Jennifer. Raymond has over 30 plus certification, including all his AWS certification and his CISSP, along with other ones up there. Plus he has 2 masters in IT. So, so if you're not following, follow. All of that just to tell you if you're not following, follow, okay? And the answer was B.
All right. So yeah, let me talk a little bit about the other as a services, right? So we have the platform as a service and then the software as a service. especially with beginners. It's a little confusing as to which one is which, right? So let's start off with infrastructure as a service. So infrastructure as a service is basically the cloud service provider giving you the infrastructure to build whatever you want.
Rashid was being
right. Whatever you want, right? So infrastructure as a service example is a virtual machine, right? Once you create the virtual machine, what can you build on a virtual machine? Anything you want. You can build a database. You can build a website, web server. You can build an application, whatever you want, right? And that's the whole point of infrastructure as a service. The cloud service provider gives you the infrastructure for you to build whatever you want. The next one is platform as a service, right? The platform as a service is more like a specialized platform, right? So in this case, let's use the Azure web app, right? What do you think this would be used for? Web app. Exactly. It's specialized for.
Oh, that's what Nanaya was saying. It sounds easy. Okay, it seems easy.
It's specialized for web app. So if your use case is a web app, right? You can either choose to use infrastructure as a service, which means create a virtual machine and then build your website or web app on it, right? Or you can go to a platform as a service and then use the platform as a service for your web app, right?
What is a logic app?
Logic app, right? So logic app is also used to build I want to say logic app, right? But more like automation. Automation is logic, right?
Okay, got it.
If I receive an email, take the email, extract the PDF, extract the content of the PDF, and then send me a text, right? Automation, right? Or logic, right? So the Azure Logic app is for automation, right? So yeah, so if you want to perform automation specifically, you use Logic app, right? Which is a platform as a service. Or you can go for infrastructure as a service, which is a virtual machine, and build your own Logic app or automation from scratch. It's up to you, right? The Azure SQL database, what does it do? It's a database, right? So if your use case is database, instead of going for infrastructure as a service and build a database from scratch, you can use a platform as a service that is specialized for database, right? So yeah, so the platform as a service more or less like reduces your administrative overhead, right? You don't need to worry about the underlying operating system and all that, right? You don't need to worry about that, right? Yours is just concentrate on the specific platform that you're building and then just build on it, right? Software as a service, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was just telling Jade the answer. Jade was the answer was B. Software as a service.
Software as a service is
yes, it was B. Well,
yeah. Software as a service is basically the cloud service provider has built a software. Your job is to use it, right? Bring your data and then use it. A simple example is Gmail, right? So with platform as a service, although we have the A is it's a web app, right? Although it's a web app, I can create any web app that I want. I can have different variations of the web application. It's up to me. But with the software as a service, they have one specific software as a service that you must use, right? You can't go in for different variation and all that, right? So yeah, someone has built the software and your job is to bring your data and then use it, right? So those are the main differences.
Welcome in. The answer was B. Somebody says get something. Oh, okay. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of people's stuff. But get rec says is B because VM can be considered infrastructure.
There you go.
Yeah. Then you're saying example software is Cervix in Microsoft 360.
There you go. Okay, a good example, right?
Then you came to flex today. As you should. Jay Nell, the answer was B. He just did a whole explanation of the answer, but I'm sorry, it was B. Well, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you're not following, follow. This is Tech Talk Women's Soccer. Every day of the week is a different certification curated for people breaking newly into IT, or if you're already into IT and plan on taking a certification, this is the place for you to be. Today being Sunday, we do AZ-900. Well, he does AZ-900. I'm just here to chit chat with you all. So if you're planning on taking a certification, do answer the questions. You know, there's no such thing as a dumb question. So do answer the question, okay? And tomorrow, Monday, starts from the basics. So tomorrow, Monday is going to be CompTIA A+. So again, this is curated for beginner-friendly people, right? So if you're trying to break into IT, this is the place for you. Or if, you know, there are people in the chat that have been in the game for about 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and they love to share their knowledge, okay? And in the event that Raymond gets the answer wrong, please do respectfully tell him that is wrong. You know, 10 toes deep with your answers, okay? So yeah, if you're not following, follow. Again, this is Raymond. He has over 30 plus certification, including all his AWS certifications and his CSSP, plus he has 2 masters. I completely don't mention the masters because this is about certification. So here we are. Stephanie.
All right.
Oh, okay. Stephanie said it's D. Okay. All right. Which cloud computing benefits provides continuous user access to a cloud-based application with a minimal downtime?
Yeah, so the keyword is minimal downtime.
Unfortunately, no, we don't. I wish we did. We could have gave you a job, right? All right. Well, so majority saying D. Okay. Oh. See, which one is one? One as in agility?
Is it A?
For season.
Sure.
Okay. What's the answer?
Yeah, the answer is D.
Okay, Vino wants to know why other certification. It's like a habit for him, right?
Yeah, it's just a habit.
I don't know. People always
Long
think that.
Story short.
People always think, why would you go get 30 certification? It's just like a hobby thing for him. So pretty much that's the answer. Anyway, what's the answer? Please?
Yeah, so the answer is D, right?
D?
High availability, right? The question is saying that which cloud computing benefit provides continuous user access, right, to cloud-based application with minimal downtime, right? That's the keyword, minimal downtime. So when it comes to accessing services, right, a simple example as well is Amazon.com, right? You as the user, you don't really care about anything. Your interest is anytime that I want to buy something from Amazon, right, it should be available, right? Okay. If there's downtime, I don't foresee that downtime to be like 30 minutes to an hour, right? Oh, okay. That is your.
You said the website should be available, not the product to be available. And I'm sorry, Oracle asks, isn't scalability the amount of users able to access?
No, it's the ability to increase.
Hi, Hamad.
Yeah, scale, ability to increase.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot my.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have cut you off. Okay, but you're explaining.
Yeah. So you as the end user, all that you care about is anytime you go to Amazon.com, it should be available, right? Okay. So yeah, cloud gives you that option as well, right? Which is let's start with availability, right? If someone said, hey, I'm available at 2:00, right? So you might reach me or you might get me at 2:00, right? Okay. However, if I add the word high, meaning I'm certain that I'm available. Right? Okay. So that's the whole point of high availability, right? Okay. And high availability. That is the
answer, right? D.
Yeah, that is the answer.
Okay.
And high availability has different ways you can implement high availability, right? Okay. You can do auto scaling, right? Okay. You can also have load balancer as well, right? So with Amazon.com, right, they don't just have one server that is servicing every client, right? They probably have hundreds of servers, right? And they have a load balancer in front, right? So anytime a user requests access to the services, one of the servers will take care of it, right? Okay. And if demand increases, right, let's say Black Friday, right, or Cyber Monday, right? What it does is it can automatically increase. The service can increase to accommodate demand.
Hamas says the proximity groups as well.
Proxy group.
Is it proximity?
Is it part of the answer?
Proximity.
Oh yeah,
as well.
as part of the high availability.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then Roach Destroy says sometimes okay. I mean, so the idea of this is that it is not supposed to be the exact exam, right? But it's supposed to ensure that when you see these kind of trigger words, you know what to expect on the exam, right? So, MTech says the load balancers divides a packet.
Can you explain that a little? Okay.
It makes it easier to process the request and reduce downtime. Yeah.
I mean, that might be part of its job, but the whole point is it would load balance between the service that is behind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna explain the rest of it?
So agility is basically for faster innovation, right? Which is also one of the benefits of the cloud, right?
Okay.
In case you have an idea, right, you can log into Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure, build the idea that you have, and then if it works, fine. If it doesn't work, then you just shut down the virtual machine, right? So the cloud gives you that agility, right, for fast innovation, right? Okay. So as compared to traditional system, right? So if you have an idea that you want to build, however, you don't want to use the cloud, what you have to do is you have to go out there and get a server, right? You also depend on the scale, right? You might get 1, 2, 3, or 10 servers, right? You build your application or build the innovation that you want, and you realize that okay, this wouldn't work, right? Okay. But now you have like 10 servers that you spent money on, right? So yeah.
Okay. Hamad keeps us on our toes, guys. So all right, but he says the load balancer is to magnify. Manage traffic.
Yeah, so that's the same thing, but yeah.
It has a timer. All right, we'll try to get 2 more questions in. It's okay. I can't guarantee that. No, 2 more questions in.
Let's try the next one.
Welcome in. That's only 3 questions. Okay. If you're not following, follow. Okay. All right. So, which cloud service model minimizes the management responsibility of a customer? Ooh, stop flexing. You know, he gotta explain to the people. Okay.
Yeah.
The people like me that don't know these stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not everyone that has like 10 years experience.
You know, with the model. Oh, okay. This is unanimous. All right, what's the answer? Because it's unanimous.
Yeah.
I go with C too.
So the answer is C, right? So the question is saying that which cloud service model minimize management responsibility of a customer, right? So that would be C, software as a service. So now, as I explained, software as a service, the cloud service provider has already built the software for you, right? Your job is to just bring your data, and that's it, right? Okay. But with platform as a service, you can have a web app platform, right? But then you are responsible to...
So I guess it's like Teams.
Microsoft Teams. Yep, it's also a software as a service, right? But with platform as a service, although you opt in for web app, right? However, it's your responsibility to build that web app, right? The look and feel of the web app, it's all your responsibility, right? Okay. Infrastructure as a service takes it a little further, right? What it does is, although you're going to build the application from scratch, you also have to be responsible for the operating systems, right? Itself.
Master data and users, and then MTech is like automatic receipt generations after a sale. Oh, okay. We learned something like that yesterday for what did we do yesterday? AWS Cloud Practitioner. There was something about I forgot what the whole verbiage of it, but basically, when you go to a store and they generate a Wi-Fi for you, and that was yesterday, right? Was it yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
Oh,
was Captive
we're here every day. All the days are still the same.
But it was anyway. Captive Portal, yeah.
All right. is it SAS token?
For which one?
I think what I was talking about. I don't even know what it was called, but
captive portal. Captive portal. Yeah.
Okay. The next says this is some of the tricky questions they have on the AZ-900 exams. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome in. If you're not following, follow. This is Tech Talk Room and Sucker. Every day of the week is a different certification curated for people breaking newly into IT. Or if you're in IT already and you're planning on taking a certification, do follow. We go live 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Tomorrow is Monday, so Monday is CompTIA A+. I know that some of you guys are high up in the ranks, so you don't need A+. but if you want to come on in and help us newbies study as well, do stop by. Okay. All right. You need to migrate an on-premise server by using lift and shift migration. To which type of cloud service would you migrate? I've seen this question before and I still don't know the answer. All right, what's the answer? Okay, majority saying A. All right.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah.
So the answer is A, right? So lift and shift, it's part of the migration process, right?
Okay.
You can have lift and shift. So what lift and shift basically means is, if you have an application on premises, right, and you want to move it to the cloud, right, what you want to do is literally lift it and then shift it to the cloud without really doing anything, right? Okay. So that's the use case for this specific question, right? Okay. They want to just lift it and then move it to the cloud as is. Right?
Oh, really? Did you? I'm texted. They saw a similar question on your exam.
Which exam is that?
You should have said that when the other guy was here. But Hamas says user Azure Migrate or Azure Site Recovery Service for migration. Yeah. Oh, you failed it back then? Oh, no.
Did you pass now?
Did you pass now? Hi, Vivo. I hope you passed. It's called Cloud Migration. Strategy, See, right? I told you. 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the chat, okay?
So lift and shift is basically, I want to lift whatever I have here and move it to the cloud, right?
Okay.
The easiest way to do that is to use what? VM, virtual machine, right? So if you have your application built on a virtual machine, right, you can move it to the cloud by using what? Lift and shift, right? Because remember, in the cloud, they have virtual machines as well.
Okay.
Right? So it's like moving the same thing there, right? So we don't really care, we don't really care what application it's on. So far as it's on a virtual machine, you can do lift and shift, right? And virtual machine is always for infrastructure as a service, right?
Okay. Virtual machine is always, okay. Hamas said it's called Cloud Migration Strategy, 1 out of 7 strategy. Oh, okay. 2 more minutes. MTech says NGX, I think. Not sure. What is that?
Web server.
Oh, it's a web server. Oh, okay. Got it.
NGX.
All right. Please give him his last question.
All right. Okay, so let's do that then.
All right, but if you're not following, follow. This is Tech Talk Room and Sucker every day of the week. It's a different certification, okay? Curated for people breaking newly into IT. You're going to hear this preamble all over this whole life. We'll be here for an hour, so. Long story short, if you're not following, follow, okay?
All right, this is a little lengthy, but.
Oh, okay. And there's a web server like Tomcat.
Yeah, Tomcat.
I heard you use Tomcat. I haven't heard you talk about it in a while. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't use it anymore? Is it something different now?
I mean, there's various web servers out there.
Oh, okay. So, to which type of cloud service can you install an operating system? Are you supposed to choose 2?
No, it says 1. It didn't say 2, so it's just 1.
Oh, okay. Don't let them bully you. Everybody's saying N. Somebody say something different if you don't know. Okay. Are you waiting for more people?
Yeah, no. So the answer is A.
A?
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned this a few times, right? With infrastructure as a code. Okay, with infrastructure as a code, you have to select the operating system, right? And also be responsible for patching of the operating system and all that, right? With platform as a service, you don't select the operating system, or you don't need to worry about the underlying operating system. Your job is to build whatever you want to build on it, right?
Okay.
Software as a service is basically the cloud service provider has built the software for you. Your job is to bring your data and then work with it. That's it. Right?
MTech. We do Linux on Wednesdays, okay? So do stop by.
Yeah, stop by.
Since you like Linux. I don't know who likes Linux. So Matt says, oh, good night, good night, good night. Come on. There are ladies in the chat too, sir. Okay. Did you explain why it's not the other ones? Did you explain why it's not E?
Yeah, I mean, I explained platform as a service and software as a service. So.
Gracias. Good night, Amanda.
All right.
Thanks for joining. All right, next question.
Okay,
but
let's try
if you're not following, follow. This is Tech Talk with Masako. Every day of the week is a different certification. Okay, I see what says. Just post your time. No problem. No problem. IC says that I hate architecture services. IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, they're all confusing. Oh.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So how does one study that, seeing that they're all confused?
Yeah, and that's what I explained, right? So think of infrastructure. Oh, by the way, we have the next question on the screen. So if you guys want to answer, fine. So we have infrastructure as a service, right? So infrastructure as a service basically means that the cloud service provider has given you an infrastructure for you to build whatever you want on it, right? So now with infrastructure as a service, you are responsible to selecting. So when you mention infrastructure as a service, the first thing that should come into mind is a virtual machine, right? Okay. So you're going to build a virtual machine, right? If you build a virtual machine, by default, there's nothing or there's no services on the virtual machine. It's just an operating system. Okay. And it's your job to build whichever application that you want. Right? You can build a database. You can build a website. You can build an application. It's up to you, right? Whatever you want to build, right? So that is infrastructure as a service. Platform as a service is basically when the service provider gives you a platform for a specific service, right? So you can have database platform as a service, which means if you subscribe to that specific service, you're going to build database, right? We have web app, Azure web app, which is also platform as a service, right? If you subscribe to that specific service, guess what? You're going to build a web app. So it's a specialized service, right? So platform specific, right? Okay. And a software as a service basically means the cloud service provider has built the software for you. They have the use case for the software, and your job is to bring your data and use it. Example is email. Superbase would be, Superbase is, hold on, is Superbase platform as a service or software as a service? I think it will be, it will be software as a service, because, you just bring your data and then that is it. Right? It's a little confused. I don't think, because platform as a service, you have the ability to use different engines, right? So example, database, right? You can decide to use Postgres. You can decide to use MySQL, right? So you have that flexibility, right? With software as a service, you don't have that much flexibility, right? So Superbase, I think it will be more on the software side of things, because they have everything ready for you to bring your data to use, right? Okay. But
I see Walker did say that the matrix of responsibility while learning the difference is tough. On the prem is the easiest. Got it.
On the prem is the easiest. Oh, so meaning on premises is a little easier? I'm not sure which one is the prem.
I think that's what you meant by prem. Let me read the question, okay?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. Where are we? You plan to migrate a web application to Azure. The web application is access to external users. You need to recommend a cloud deployment solution to minimize the amount of administrative effort used to manage the web application. What should you include in the recommendation? Okay. All right. We have B. Unanimously, a few Bs. Nobody said anything other than B. Okay. Since semester 7, trying to understand those services.
Yeah, it takes a little while. It takes a little
Hopefully,
while.
like flashcards will help. What's the answer, please?
Yeah, the answer will be B.
B?
B,
Okay.
yeah.
The answer is B.
Yeah, it says you plan to migrate a web application to Azure, right? The web application is accessed by external users. You need to recommend a cloud deployment solution to minimize the amount of administrative overhead. That's one of the keywords, right? Used to manage the web app, right? Which should you include in the recommendation, right? So, platform as a service, and this is Azure specifically, right? We have Azure Web App, right? Azure.
Move the entire platform to the cloud.
Azure Web App, right?
Okay.
Web App. And that is a platform as a service, right?
Okay.
It helps you build a website, right? A web application specifically, right? So that is it. Yeah, software as a service, you don't really need to build anything, right? Your job is to bring your data and then use it. So that wouldn't be the case. Infrastructure as a service will also work with this use case. However, it would increase the administrative effort or overhead, right? So infrastructure as a service would work, but you have to do more administrative work. Database as a service is for database, right? Okay. So we are talking about web app.
So he was like, oh, this is easy. But anyway.
No, it's not easy.
All right. BB says that, when you explain, it makes sense, but when she gets to the exam. It's another question.
What did he say? That is true, though.
Dami says that I believe C affects the user data. Does it? Hi, Ivan.
Oh, what do you mean C affect data?
I believe, did I read it right? I believe C affects the user data. But welcome in. We are answering questions for AZ-900 for Azure. So this is Tech Talk Women Sakwe, or aka the IT Study Room. Every day of the week is a different certification curated for people breaking newly into IT, or if you're already into IT, if you're planning on taking a certification. Hence why every day of the week is a different certification. So today being Sunday again is AZ-900. Monday is going to be CompTIA A+, Tuesday is Network Plus, Wednesday is Linux Plus, Thursday is Security Plus, Friday is Cloud Plus, Saturday is AWS Cloud Practitioner. This is Raymond. Jennifer. Raymond has over 30 plus certification, including all his AWS certification and his CISSP and a few of them up there, right? So if you plan on taking a certification that is not in the one that is in the week that he's doing, you can reach out. He'll definitely answer you, but it'll take a little bit for him to answer. He does have a 9 to 5 and a whole family, right? So he will answer you, but just take a minute or two. Long story short, if you're not following, follow. Go live 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Is this the same question or a different question?
No, different question.
Okay. All right. Yes, if you're not following. That's all the talk is about. On Mondays, do you do both core 1 and core 2? So we go domain by domain, Ken. So we are in core 1 now, finishing up, and then we're going to go to core 2. Okay, MTech. I'm glad you're paying attention. Because I'm not. Your company plans to deploy several custom applications to Azure. The application will provide invoice services to the customer of the company. Each application will have several prerequisite applications and service installed. You need to recommend the cloud deployment solution for all the applications. What should you recommend?
This is a little
lengthy,
a little confusing. Not even the length; it's a little confusing.
But the answer choices are between C and B. It looks like. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
Any more answer choices? Don't let them bully you. Okay, we have C, B. All right, C. Okay. All right, the C's are winning. But
definitely C.
Yesterday I went with the last one. I went with C. Majority, and then Anaya said B, and it wasn't the majority. So, all right, what's the answer, please?
So the answer will be C.
C.
Right.
Okay.
C. So yeah, the question is a little tricky, right? Okay. So it says that a company plans to deploy several custom application, right? Okay. That is one of the keywords that you have to pay attention to, right?
Okay.
So it says the application would provide invoicing services to customers. of the company. Each application would have several prerequisite application, right? So the application will have sub-dependencies, right? And services installed, right? And we go back to the keyword custom or customize, right? And it says recommend a cloud deployment solution, right? I know people said, well, platform as a service, right?
Russia was C.
However, the answer is C. However, when you go in for platform as a service, right, the underlying libraries or dependencies is already hard-coded into the platform, right? So most of the time you can't change it.
Okay.
Right?
And you can't add to it either?
No, you can't add to it.
Okay.
Right? Underlying prerequisites, right?
Okay.
But this question is saying that it's a custom application that they want to build. However, the application has several prerequisite application and services that needs to be installed, right, before they can build the web app, right, or the application, right. So yeah, so the answer would be C, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you might, when you go in for platform as a service, the libraries or the modules that you might need for your application wouldn't be on it, right? But C allows you to build from scratch. Right?
Okay, so MTech is tailor specific to the company, so hence
custom, right?
And then the next says custom apps might have different requirements, so having it on a platform as a service will not work.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
MTech says it's C since it's infrastructure specific.
Yeah. So it's a little confusing, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So at the first glance, you go in for platform as a service, right?
Okay.
But then they keep saying custom application, several pre-requirements or prerequisite application and services that need to be installed.
Okay.
Right. But with platform as a service, I don't think you can install. I mean, it depends. It depends on platform as a service.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
All right. I hope that makes sense. I
think so too. Lift and shift best suits custom apps. That's why IaaS is the best choice.
Okay, good.
That
Good.
didn't come to play. All right. Next question. Okay, Ken says the customer has more flexibility to do his work on IaaS.
You were the customer.
Did I read that wrong?
Yeah, more flexibility. Yeah, there you go. More flexibility with installation and all that.
It sounds like the people that know the stuff is talking. What about the rest of us that don't know the stuff? Okay, Reva says no one could explain this to me more. No one could explain it. I get it.
What does that mean?
That means that you're basically explaining it to him in a way that it makes sense. Hopefully, I interpreted that wrong.
Probably too much.
Which is
we keep repeating
good.
the same
Oh no, that's not what you meant. Well, good. That means it's stuck in your head either way.
Yeah. That's the whole point, right? That's the whole point. Eventually, you realize that okay, this is that. Okay, so next question.
That's okay. While I stall, if you're not following, follow. Okay. Long story short, this is IT study room. Every day of the week is a different certification. The schedule is posted on the page, right? So when you get a chance, do look at it. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow is going to be A+. I don't know what domain we're in at the moment, but tomorrow's A+. Tuesday is Network Plus. Wednesday is Linux Plus. Thursday is Security Plus. Friday is Cloud Plus. Saturday is AWS Cloud Practitioner. And today, AZ-900. So ideas that if you're planning on taking a certification, do stop by, see while you're answering the questions, right? Gauge yourself. You're answering with ease. You know that you are ready to go. If you are struggling a little bit, you know that a little polishing is needed before you go take the exam. The goal is that if you are planning on taking it, you go and take it, and then we want you to pass. That's all it's about. Why do you have all those three certs? Red, you've been here for a while. I'm pretty sure I said this before. But it's for him, it's a habit, right? It's like, how people have a hobby? His hobbies is taking certifications. Yeah. That's really his hobby, is taking certifications. But besides the certification, he does have, 2 masters, and he's always going to be in school. So I figured, yeah. Oh, Red, I know how much they cost, Red. I definitely know how much they cost. Especially the CISSP.
What was the saying?
He has some quote he says. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Is
That one,
yeah.
yes, that one.
I told you guys, I've been here for a while. I'm the second brain. Second brain, guys. It's over this.
Yeah. So, yeah. Either way, you still have to pay, right?
But if sometimes school covers.
Yes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
job covers.
Most of
right?
them, yeah. School
Yeah.
covered. Job covers some of them. So yeah, and I pay for a few of them, but not every single one of them.
Or you get a discount. So anyway, which service provides serverless computing in Azure?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. We have between D and B. Oh, okay. Somebody says A. Hey, Joash. What's the answer?
So the answer would be
We have
B.
A. B.
Yeah. Serverless. Okay, B.
Okay.
Yeah. It would be B.
No, you didn't answer this one. I think it may be too easy for him. But
yeah, it's B.
Okay.
However, yeah, I believe someone said mentioned well.
You might have to explain all of them because it was a little all over the place. Mm-hmm. Why
Yeah.
B and not D?
Okay, good. Yeah, that is it, right? So it's either B or A, right? But when you talk about serverless function, serverless, Azure function is pure serverless. However, with the Azure container, right, you have a few options, right? You can have you can use either VM. You can also use VM to set up container instances, right? So it's not pure, it's not pure serverless, right? So that is why D would be the answer. So Azure Function is the pure serverless services here. With AWS, that would be Lambda.
Red had a question, but Red, I'll get to your question in a few. Tech says I use D locally on my machine.
Okay.
So he used container and locally on his machine.
Yeah, container instances on your machine. Okay. If you write code and that's it.
Like Joash is like
Fargate
on
in AWS. Yeah.
Okay, and then Naneo says Azure Functions makes you write your code, upload it, and Azure handles the rest.
Azure, yeah.
Okay. So BB wants to know what is the meaning of pure serverless. That's
so serverless is a services that allows you to perform your task without worrying about servers, right? With Azure Container Instance, right? You can have option not to use VM, virtual machine. You can have option to use virtual machine, right? So although part of it might be serverless, but then it's not true serverless, right? Because you can have a virtual machine to create containers as well, right?
Okay. Red wants to know. That was Red's question. Which beginner cert do you think is worth taking? He didn't say which one should you start off with. He says which one do you think is worth taking?
What does that mean?
Which one is it worth taking? Because if he said which one to start with, he said which one to start with, then you would say A plus. His question is which one is it worth taking?
For what? To understanding IT or to get a job role?
Red. Okay. For someone going into cyber, okay. That's how you read it.
Oh, okay. Cyber, okay. I mean, after the regular A plus, Network plus, and Linux and Security plus.
Vino, yes. I don't know exactly what you said.
I recommend having Security plus and also adding the CompTIA CYSA, right? Which is SOC analyst, right? That is one of the job roles that I would recommend if you want to get into cybersecurity.
Okay. Right. Now, BB wants to. What can you pose the next question while you answer BB's question? Though BB says, "What about going into DevOps?"
For beginner, is that it?
Yeah, for beginner. Well, I don't know if it's beginner, but BB, I'm assuming beginner. Forgive me if you're not a beginner, but if you're a beginner.
Yeah. So when it comes to DevOps, there is a lot to DevOps, right? And different companies have different stack that they would use, right? So you can just take the AWS developer associate certification and also take the AWS DevOps engineer certification, right? And that would help you in
if
getting.
for a beginner.
Not really, right? I don't recommend DevOps as a beginner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so but if you want to get into DevOps, right, those are the two cloud apps. Two certifications that I recommend when you want to get into.
I can't call you Keisha. Hi, Mama Keisha.
DevOps in AWS, right? However, DevOps itself can you can have Jenkins will be one of the platforms or tools that you have to learn, right? Jenkins, Ansible, Kubernetes, what else?
You here to learn IT with us?
GitHub and GitHub Actions, right? So it depends on the stack that you want to.
GitHub, okay.
Yeah, you want to get into, but it's a broad field that I don't personally recommend for beginners. But
okay.
Yeah.
Well, Makisha's learning IT with us. I'm just here to chit chat, so we'll chit chat with me too. Ken says, "Are you going to the next question?"
It's me. It's me.
Like Doc. Okay, Ken says, "I think among all the IT exams, A+ is the most difficult for difficult one, which is the foundation." Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. And then Nanaya says DevOps is very broad. It cuts across a lot of platforms, so it's best to get into it later after.
Exactly.
Which is what he says all the time. Yeah. But I don't like it when when somebody wants to do something and you're trying to tell them to start from beginning. No, I'm trying to make money. That's why I'm trying to get into it.
And that's what I keep saying. If you are in IT for money, IT is not your field, right? It's not. It's not. You have to take the time, start from the beginning, know exactly what you're talking about, and then build on it, right? You can't just dive straight into the middle of the ocean and start swimming, right? So but some people have that false promises, right?
He's talking about, the people on social media that come and be like, you could get an IT degree, or you could get a job with no certifications, or you could get a job with no degree. He feels like those things set you up for failure. And in some instance, but also if you get into it and you can fake it till you make it, why not, right? But no, don't do it, no. Don't do that. It's setting you up for failure.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I read the question, your company has an Azure subscription and 3 business units. You plan to deploy new resources for each business unit. You need to ensure that the new resources are deployed by using a reputable and reliable method that applies the same configuration to each resource. What should you use?
I think we've seen this before.
BB. Hey, Joe. I'm sure we have, but I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I think we have. For those that have been here.
Help.
You probably.
Somebody said D. Okay, we have D, we have C, we have D. All right, I think more people are answering. But anyway, this is Tech Talk Roman Sakura. Every day of the week is a different certification curated for people breaking into IT. If you are planning on, or if you're already into IT and you want to take some certifications, hence why every day of the week is a different certification. So he go live 9 p.m. Eastern time. So tomorrow, Monday, is going to be A+. So the core fundamentals that he believes everybody should learn. So A+, Tuesday Network Plus, Wednesday Linux Plus. It's on the page. So if you follow, you'll see it, right? Do follow 9 p.m. Eastern time. And the people in the chat range, right? The people like me, I really don't know much, to the people that have been in there 10, 15, 20, 30 years experience, right? This is Raymond. I'm Jennifer. Raymond has over 30 plus certifications, including all his CISSP, all his AWS and CISSP. If you're planning on taking a certification that is not in the list and you reach out, he'll answer. It'll just take him a little to respond. He does have a job and a family. All right. What's the answer, please?
So the answer would be D. Right, so it says a company has an Azure subscription and 3 business units.
Hi, Brenex.
You plan to deploy new resources for each business unit. You need to ensure that the new resource are deployed using a repeatable, this is the keyword, repeatable and reliable method. That would apply the same configuration to each resources, right? Mm-hmm. So repeatable and same configuration. That should be the keyword, right? Mm-hmm. So meaning if you are in the business unit 1, I'm in business unit 2, someone else is in business unit 3, right? So if you deploy a system or application or service in business unit 1, right? And it has a list of configuration. If I also build mine, it should look the same thing as yours, right?
So hence repeatable.
Same configuration and repeatable.
Okay,
right?
Thanks, Braynex. Danae says the trick here is repeatable.
There you go, right? So yeah, right? So when you hear repeatable and same configuration, right? Most of the time what comes into mind is infrastructure as a code, IAC, right? Infrastructure as a code is basically building, or it's just a regular file, right? Most of the time it's YAML file, right? Or sometimes it can be a JSON file, right? So you describe exactly what you want, right? So if you want to create a virtual machine, the virtual machine name should be this, right? The enable firewall port of this, right? Make sure this specific document, you copy this specific document into this specific location, right? You describe everything in a YAML or JSON file, and then now anyone that takes that infrastructure as a code template, they will be able to deploy it exactly as it is, right? With the same configuration, right? So IAC, the keyword is for IAC, infrastructure as a code, right? And when it comes to Azure, ARM template is what? It's an infrastructure as a code, right? With AWS, we have the CloudFormation as an infrastructure as a code, right? And then we have Terraform, which is also infrastructure as a code, which is vendor neutral, right? So meaning you can use it for any of the cloud service provider, right? But ARM template is specific to Azure. AWS CloudFormation is also specific to AWS, right? So yeah, the keyword here is for infrastructure as a code, right?
And Avocado, I saw your question. I was gonna read this and I haven't go back to it. Okay. Nanaya said it's like a template on CapCut. Everyone can use it and output it and be the same for all.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Cool. That's good. That's good.
And then Avocado says repeatable equals Azure resources, a manageable JSON file. Are we gonna explain what a JSON file is?
Resource.
What is a JSON file?
It's just a text file, but however, it just usually start with open and closing bracket. You can do
does it matter what that is, or just me?
Name will be Ray. It's basically a way of handling data, right? And JSON file is actually one of the most used ways of interacting when it comes to API, right? API uses for JSON files, right? So if you go to a website and you try to log in or try to retrieve information, right? It uses most of them uses API, which uses for JSON, right? So this can be what? Username. Let me make it as simple. Username, right? So this will be username, right? Username will be Ray, and then the next information might be password, right? I mean, password should be hashed though, and also sorted and peppered. Anyways, this will be the hashed value of the password. You can also have the address, right? Right.
This is all JSON file?
That is JSON. This is JSON, right? So that is it's more like key value pair. Right. So that is it. Okay.
All right. I don't get it, but okay. All right. And then is it? Oh, hold on. MTech says JSON files with the metadata. JSON file with the metadata name, version keys. Okay, you got it. Okay. All right.
So yeah, there's So although the one that I gave is just plain data, right? However, you can have metadata as part of your JSON file as well.
BB wants to know is just like handling CSV info.
That is it, right? So CSV is a different it's a different format, right? So you can have CSV, you can have text, you can have JSON, you can have YAML file, right? So it's just a way of handling data.
Okay. That's now Avocado wants to know. I think. Do you think that you could get a job with an Azure job with just projects alone?
Azure job with projects alone. I mean, I think it's possible. I mean, projects really helps, right? It really helps. It gives you.
Minjin, I see your question. So
it gives you the hands-on that you need, right? Hands-on would beat anything any day, right? However, the whole point of certification, right, is most of the jobs that is posted out there, right? The first line of defense is the HR personnel, right?
Okay.
They have to review your they have to review your resume, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most of the HR personnel they are not tech savvy.
Very true.
So it's just check in the box. So if they say that, hey, we need CISSP, your resume should have that.
The HR is not the first line of defense. The first line of defense is passing through the
ATS system.
Yeah.
You're right. ATS system. You're right.
Okay.
Right. So the ATS system, right? But yeah. So after the ATS system, then HR, right? So usually the first call that you get will be from HR, right? Hold on.
Sorry, Instagram is saying that we're not. Okay.
Yeah. The first call, the first interview will be with HR, right?
Okay.
So they ask you, hey, do you have CISSP, right? And you say, oh no, I don't have CISSP. He or she doesn't care which project you did, right? He doesn't care.
Sure. Can't you say that if the project is similar to the exam structure of a CISSP or to the to what the person is saying, then why would they not take it?
He or she doesn't know. If you tell the person that, hey, I built automation using Ansible.
Oh, because they
what is
don't
Ansible?
know.
Exactly.
Oh.
Right? The project will detail what you did, right? Which is perfect, right? However, the HR person doesn't care.
Okay.
The hiring manager said, hey, I need someone with CISSP, with Security Plus, right? So their job is just looking for someone with that check in the box.
I'm hoping
right?
that the HR person will do their job.
No, it's not their job.
All right.
Right?
I'm just saying,
even
I'm
those
hoping
that
they
are
do
in IT, right? If you list a project, right? Some of the technology they probably haven't heard of it before, right? So yeah, so that is it, right?
So
projects
then
help.
what should they do then if they're not to do? If they could do projects and get a certification.
That is perfect.
Okay.
Right? So
avocado.
Avocado.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Get the job
So right. So that is it,
do
right?
both, okay? Just
that
to
is it.
Increase your.
Yeah. Right. So the certification will give you the opportunity to get into the interview room, right? And then now you can prove your knowledge. Right?
Tech says I was using tech vocabulary and I got the job. What tech vocabulary were you using? Like
what job is that too?
Also, can you put the next question while we wait?
I think probably have like one.
Oh, okay, good. So that's good to answer questions. Somebody did ask a question. I'm sorry, Benjamin says, is it okay to pursue CCNA directly if I have a Cisco background in university?
Yeah, I think it is. If you did IT in university, you should be fine. Yeah, you should be fine. But I'm guessing you did all the basic certification or basic requirements like Network Plus, and you did Cisco. Yeah, you should be fine. I think it's a good set to dive in.
Oh, okay. Ken is saying the okay, hold on. Let me go back. I did get the. Joe says a lot of tech verbatim HR uses, and when I asked them back, they meant they don't even know.
Exactly, right? So it's a check in the box. No, right?
I mean, HR wants physical evidence. Okay, and then Nanea says, I would say hands-on experience should be the goal. Okay.
Yeah, it is, and that is why I always recommend don't rush the certification. Take 3 months, right? The first 2 weeks.
People want to get paid. Nobody has time to wait for 3 months.
Yeah, so as part of the certification, you would also have hands-on labs and projects as well, right? So, all right.
Is this the next question?
No.
Oh,
okay.
I was stalling, so you
I know. Okay.
Okay, hold on. You have to say, you do have to, how much do these, the thing is the certifications are quite pricey, but if you are working, if you're in school, and if your school will at least cover half, ask them if they will cover half of it, or even sponsor you to take it, or if you're working, some jobs will do it also, right? It's really about using the employers to get ahead, because, they're not loyal to you at some point in time, but... So if you are in school, ask if they'll let you do it.
Yeah, most schools will give you vouchers, right? And most companies would also pay for certification. Right?
Is it just okay? So when we say most companies, is it just United States companies? Because sometimes you have to be careful. I don't know where the person is watching from. You're right. So you can't just be like.
But however, if you have a company that the main branch is in the U.S. and you have a branch in a different country, it will be the same thing.
You think
right?
so?
Yeah, no, it will be the same thing.
Okay. All right. Let me read the question. Well, you are tasked with deploying Azure virtual machines for your company. You need to make use of the appropriate cloud deployment solution. The solution is you should make use of infrastructure as a service. Does the solution meet the goal? Okay. All right. I did my cert in the airport IT lab.
Oh, your tech. Okay, in airport IT lab. Oh, okay. That's a peculiar place.
Oh, that's a good question.
So what do you do now?
That's an awkward space, isn't it? The text, right? Yeah, the spacing of the thing makes it look like it's different. So the use of should be up a little bit.
You're right.
Sean, I'm trying to be an influencer and also trying to get him to do stuff as well, but there's only so much time in a day. But long story short, if you he doesn't have a place where you can like practice for a while, but after this, the whole live is posted on YouTube, his YouTube, so you can watch it again if you want to, the full lab.
Yeah, but I mean, you said Azure fundamentals. I mean, if you want a different platform, there are platforms out there,
such as
this site.
Oh, are you giving secrets today?
Probably. Okay. Yeah, they're good. Code. It's Code Cloud. I think some of you have heard of it before.
Have you heard of Code Cloud?
Code Cloud. They're really good. They're really good. Let me paste it here.
Wait, code it so I can get them to sponsor you.
Okay.
Do a thingy.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
So
Code Cloud.
Code Cloud. All right. So right here.
Code Cloud.
Yep. Right here. I don't have to pin it, it's fine. Yeah, they have a good platform, right? They have a good platform. I think they have Azure, they have Linux, they have some AWS. So it's a Okay. And they also have some of their courses in Udemy. Right? Not all, right? They have some.
It's the same Delar is the same thing. Tech Talk with Miss Sakura. It's like right behind me.
Yeah, let me just.
Tech Talk with Miss Sakura is the YouTube page.
Tech Talk. Is that it? Tech Talk.
No, you forgot the H.
H. Okay.
Yeah. All right, but what's the answer by the way?
Which one did?
The majority said yes. We have a lot of yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Nobody said no. Hi, Antoine. Okay. Oh, Antoine said, sorry. No, the answer, they say no. The answer is no. No, because infrastructure is already there. Question mark. So the answer is no. B is no. I'm sorry. Wow. I didn't drink coffee. Okay, the answer is no. What's the answer?
So you said no. Which services would that be then?
You didn't say that. So if they say no, they have to say what service it will be?
No, I'm just saying because he's disagreeing that it's not that, right?
Okay, so what service would it be if it's not no? If it's not yes?
All right, so
SaaS.
Okay, so the answer is yes.
Oh.
Right? So it says you are tasked with deploying what? Azure Virtual Machine, right? So that is your task.
Mm-hmm.
The task is to what? Is to deploy Azure Virtual Machine, right? You need to use the appropriate cloud deployment. Which one would you use, right? The task is what?
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the
the task is what? Is to deploy what? Azure Virtual Machine, right? So infrastructure as a service is what? Is the platform that you need to build what? Azure Virtual Machine or VM, right?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so the AZ-900 they like these type of questions, right? And the issue now is they will give you what IAS so they will have 3 or 4 different questions pertaining to the same thing, right? So now the first one is saying IAS, right? Yes or no, right? So if you say no or yes, whichever, they'll go to the next question. But the next question will be software as a service, right? Yes or no, right? The next question might be what? Platform as a service, yes or no, right? So they can have the same question repeated in a different way for 2 or 3 or even 5 times, right? It depends. So yeah, you have to get used to these type of questions as well, right?
Okay. Was this the last question?
Yeah. So yeah, that was the last.
That was the last question.
That was the last question.
All right, that was the last question for today. It's been approximately an hour. So tomorrow is going to be 8+9 p.m. Eastern time. So we would love to see you there. I keep advertising my friends not to think deep on the AZ, and I think that's the point of these
exactly.
questions too, to make sure it's not as take what I say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's not as bad as you might think. Yeah.
I'm exposing you to the questions. I guess it makes these may not be the exact questions, but if it is,
it's similar format, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, similar format.
Avocado said, "Bro, do you have a site where I can learn?" Oh, AZ-104.
I don't. Okay, let me see. I think
Microsoft was learn. Okay.
Yeah, Microsoft. They have.
It's complicated. He said Microsoft was too complicated.
Let me see if they have it.
AWS was
All
complicated.
courses.
But still, so tomorrow is come to A+, okay? We are somewhere in the third domain. So usually when he gets to A+, he likes to do show and tell. I don't know if he's going to do show and tell because, there's everything around here.
Yeah, it's always.
It's exciting moments. So do join 9 p.m. Eastern time, okay? Thank you for joining us.
So yeah, the same site. Let me share this.
Code Cloud.
Yeah, Code Cloud.
Who we answering again? Avocado. Avocado, what's your real name? I thought we were calling you Avocado.
Avocado from Mexico.
Stop it.
I was wanting to say that. Yeah, this is the site, right? They have AZ-900, right? So all of their courses that they teach, they have a portion for hands-on, right?
Jefferson. Okay, Jefferson.
Jefferson from Nigeria. Okay.
I'm not going to forget Jefferson because I can't call you Avocado. All right, Jefferson. All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. See you tomorrow. God willing.
Good night.